All right, in depth now. That search continues this evening for a missing Arizona man in the Uintas. He's 74-year-old Melvin Heaps, and he was supposed to return home from a hike in the Crystal Lake area last night. Summit County Sheriff's Lieutenant Andrew Wright is with me now on the KSL Newsline. Just give us the latest, Lieutenant, on what's happening in that search right now, and has there been any sign of him at all?
Our search and rescue team has been working hard all day, attempting to locate Mr. Heaps. At this point, we have had no sign of him. Our search and rescue teams have made contact with people who have been up in the area both yesterday and today to see, if they can give us any additional information. Some of these people have told us that they did come across Mr. Heaps yesterday as he was hiking, but nothing today has led us to his whereabouts. We're, of course, actively searching and we'll work until nightfall. We'll probably scale back once the night falls, and then we're making plans now to continue operations and continue our searches through the night and into the morning tomorrow.
I'm fairly familiar with this area of the Crystal Lake Trailhead as the host of the outdoor show on Saturday mornings here, and I know that there are several lakes in that area that can be reached on short day hikes, but a lot of backpackers also use it to sort of be the launching point for some longer adventures. Do we know what his plans were, how long he was planning on being out there, or how far he was hiking?
His family members told us that he had planned a day hike, and his day hikes typically consist of a 5 to 7 mile hike. We assumed that if he went up there in the late morning or early afternoon and began hiking, that he would return, as he had told his family that evening, last night. We have not seen him. You're correct. There are a lot of lakes up there. There's the Washington Lake, there's Trial Lake, and then Crystal Lake that are all kind of in that immediate area. Lots of beautiful trails up there. So it also makes it very difficult for our teams to get out there in that rough terrain and that mountainous area with all the many trails and the natural bodies of water that are up there. So, we had the understanding that he was going up there just for the day. That's all he was prepared for.
Yeah, and that's the unfortunate side of that. It does get a little nippy up there at that elevation during the nights, and if he was only out for a day hike, he may not have enough clothing or what he needs to actually start a fire to keep himself warm at night.
Yeah, exactly. It's typically in the 70s up there during the daytime, and it can drop down into the low 40s, high 30s during the night. So it definitely does get chilly up there during the night, and it does concern us if someone's up there and in this situation where they're lost. We hope that he does have the means to keep warm until we can find him.
Well, thanks for the work you and your search team are doing there. That is Summit County Sheriff's Lieutenant Andrew Wright joining us on the KSL Newsline.
Search is still on tonight in Summit County, where a 74-year-old man is missing. Melvin Heaps went hiking near Crystal Lake yesterday, hasn't been seen since. News specialist Ashley Moser is live in Camas tonight with an update there. Ashley?
Well, Dave, family, friends, and search crews are not giving up here. They've scaled back their efforts for the night, shut down shop here at the Summit County Sheriff's Search and Rescue Building, but this will be back open tomorrow and in full operation. Now, the family of Melvin Heaps says that he did not return after he went hiking alone last night. The 74-year-old's actually from Arizona, visiting family here in Salt Lake. Now, crews got the call around midnight, and they've been searching ever since by air, with crews on the ground, by horseback, even with search dogs. They spoke with hikers and also campers in the area, but no one has seen him since yesterday. They covered a lot of ground today, but there are dozens of trails starting from the parking lot where Heaps was last seen in his car. Now, they tell me they have no clue which trail he went down, which is why they focused on the more immediate area today. But officials say that will change by the morning.
Tomorrow, we're going to expand that search further out. We've had the helicopter in the area searching a variety of trails, and also concentrated initially on the area close into Crystal Lake.
Yeah, today 50 crew members were out searching, and that number will increase, I'm told, by tomorrow. Heaps' family says he's an avid hiker that typically does these day hikes by himself that are around 5 to 7 miles, so they are hoping that he just got disoriented and that crews will locate him very soon. Now, I'm told that there is no cell service in the area. I experienced that myself when we were up there. So even if he does have his phone, locating him that way will not be an option, and crews will be back out doing what they need to do at 7 tomorrow morning. Back to you.
So many good folks involved in both of these searches. Ashley Moser in Camas tonight. Thanks, Ashley.
The search intensifies today for a 74-year-old man who went missing after a day hike in Summit County. News specialist Mike Anderson was with searchers today and joins us live to explain why crews are eager to find this missing hiker before the 48-hour mark later tonight.
Yeah, while these searches are always very urgent, there's growing concern for how long someone can survive after about 48 hours here. That's why the Summit County Search and Rescue has taken on some additional help, expanding their search area. With a helicopter above and now even more search crews on the ground with the help of Wasatch County,
we want to find him before too much time passes by.
the push continues to find 74-year-old Melvin Heaps. He never returned after leaving for a day hike at the Crystal Lake Trailhead area Monday. Deputies found and are keeping a close watch on his white minivan in case he returns.
There's lots of trails that go to several different lakes in that immediate area, and that provides that gives us a lot of different challenges when we search.
Heaps is from Arizona but has family in Utah. They released a statement today thanking search crews and saying, quote, "We continue to be hopeful because we know Mel and his love of the outdoors."
When someone's gone for so long, then you start to worry about dehydration, the succumbing to elements.
But there's still the chance that he's alive out there, which is why deputies especially want to hear from people who may have seen him after Monday night. And as we get into the after sundown hours tonight, the search efforts will scale down a bit, going to smaller groups. We'll ramp up again early tomorrow morning. Back
All right,
to you.
hope they come up with something. Mike, thanks. Good evening. The search for a 74-year-old man missing in the Uintah Mountains will ramp up tomorrow with more volunteers joining the effort.
Melvin Heaps of Arizona left his car at the Crystal Lake Trailhead on Monday, never returned. Now, as news specialist Jed Bowe reports, one father who knows the agony of an endless search is sharing his skills to help out another family. Jed?
Yeah, that's right, Dave. Up at the Crystal Lake Trailhead, a volunteer group is now organizing the search efforts for Melvin Heaps under the direction of the Summit County Sheriff's Office. This organization knows how important it is to keep hope alive, and that's what the family's trying to do right now.
You guys all ready?
Volunteer searchers headed out from the Crystal Lake Trailhead.
Let's go.
Working grids, looking for Melvin Heaps away from the trails now.
All the people that have been up here, they would have found him by now.
Rick Walquist was up here Monday,
I think I passed him on the trail.
knowing he had to come back and help look.
Because he was right here at the same time we were.
Kevin Bardsley organizing the searchers.
But we haven't had much help to do it.
About 24 people searching today, many not knowing this man who has been here before.
Anytime there's a lost person, it's important.
His son disappeared not far from here 13 years ago.
Those emotions are still raw.
August 20th, 2004, Garrett Bardsley left his father Kevin on the trail, headed back to camp to change his wet socks and shoes. He was never seen again. When Kevin searches,
I still, to this day, still have the, what if I find him all of a sudden? And the thoughts crossed my mind yesterday when I was out.
the Garrett Bardsley Foundation conducting the search under Summit County direction because Kevin learned these lessons 13 years ago.
If we don't do it, then we're wasting the things that we've been given.
Both searches illustrate how perplexing this area can be when someone is lost in the dense woods with no way to communicate.
If you got lost or hurt, it isn't like you could tell somebody that you were where you were or that you're lost and hurt.
Yeah, so they'll continue that searching throughout the weekend and assess again Monday on where they're at. They'll be checking in those searchers at the Crystal Lake Trailhead each morning at 7 a.m. They want to remind everybody, bring an ID. They want to keep track of everybody who's out there and make sure that they come back in. They also want to make sure, this is tough hiking out there if you head out to help with the search efforts. Very tough hiking. Make sure that you're up for a tough hike and that you can handle that terrain out there. Guys?
Let's hope they can get some results tomorrow. Jed Ball live for us tonight. Thank you, Jed.